Good day everyone, welcome to another YouTube video on trade recap on GBPJPY. So today I'm going to give you guys a trade recap on how I turned this winning trade into a losing trade. So this trade was for Tuesday this week. It was actually for a Monday setup, but it actually played out on Tuesday, and a 1:4.1 risk reward was hit, but I ended up losing the trade. Why? I'd explain it to you guys in a minute. So yeah, I do have a trade, a setup that I'm looking into, but we'll go into this one first because this is the trade recap for Tuesday. So on Monday, price actually broke structure. I actually had a trade for Friday, I think somewhat here, but because it was on a Friday and market was going to close for the weekend, I did not get into the trade. It eventually played out eventually, but then market provided another opportunity for me to get into the sell, which was this. As you can see, there was a change of character on the hourly to the downside, and they created this hourly fair value gap. And scale to the 30 minutes, you could see a beautiful order block right here, marked it out, and you see price did come in. I didn't rush my entry immediately. I waited for a break of structure. Would have actually been a sniper entry if I wasn't greedy and all of that. Actually, my greed made me to lose. So after this dump, price was sort of consolidating around this area right here, then eventually pushed up and came into the order block here. And then obviously I wasn't going to rush into the entry and just place a limit. I needed to wait for more confirmation on a higher time frame, and then boom, there was this 30 minutes break of structure to the downside, and then boom, another extended leg downward. And I was like, cool, this is the trade. Yeah, setup looks clean, and you can see fair value gap to the downside on the 15 minutes as well, and entry was right here. Entry was like that on MT5 as well, so you could see it was a sniper entry to the downside, and I also used a Fibonacci, marked out 0.5, and yeah, take profit got hit. TP got hit on this. Yep. You also see it came into this 15 minutes bearish order block, came in and straight up dumped to the downside. But how did I turn this into a losing trade? I would explain. So, considering market was kind of in a downtrend, I was aiming for this order block right here. So I was going for 1:10 risk reward. Actually, sorry. Entry TP was actually lower than that. It is way hella lower than that. So I missed out on 1:4, which would have put us up a little bit, and ended up losing. I cannot blame the markets for my greed and mistake, because this one was totally on me. Why? Because I had the opportunity to cash out on this beautiful sniper trade would have also been a second perfect sniper entry trade, but I ended up losing. So yeah, now I'm just gonna stick to my rules and not breaking it for anyone. Not let greed get a hold of me, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this was a sale that happened yesterday. This was another sale that happened yesterday. As you can see, it broke structure right here, though there was no retracement or whatnot. This was where the retracement happened, but it happened at 4 p.m. Retracement came into the Fibonacci retrace. Had my Fibonacci to come into the 0.5 for a beautiful entry, and boom, target this order block, and it played out eventually. So we'll see what happens today, but yeah, these are basically the trades I had this week. So thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you boys. And for a pattern message, do not let greed get a hold of you. Do not be aiming for a 1:30 risk reward when it goes against your rule. Even if market is looking like, oh yeah, it's going to give you a crazy reward. Stick to your rule of, let's say your rule works with a 1:3 risk reward. Stick to it. Do not be controlled by greed. Because if you eventually get control, it may work once, twice, but then when you think it's going to work again, then it turns against you, and you cannot blame the market because, I mean, you're breaking your rules. So stick to your rules. If your risk reward is a 1:3, 1:2, or 1:1, stick to it, because at the same time, you're not just trying to make money off the market, you're also trying to improve on your win rates. The least you should have, your win percent should be like at least 50%, half of that. Like your strat should work 50% of the time or 60% of the time. That's the least. So for me, my strategy actually works, but you still need to work with something, and that is the psychology, and not let your emotions get hold of you. So yeah, that is that. I'll see you guys on the next one, which will be next week. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys.